Welcome, Sagittarius. This is Regina with your winter solstice reading. The winter solstice will occur on the 22nd of December 2023. We're almost there. And I'm pulling this reading particularly because the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere signals the longest night of the year and thus the return of the light. This is the inner light that we cultivate. For those of you in the southern hemisphere, you are at your summer solstice, where you are externalizing your desire for your place in the world, where you belong. You're staking that claim. So these energies revolve around the light, the expression of light, either the full expression of that at its zenith, or in its very earliest stages, where in the northern hemisphere we celebrate the time of rebirth. I'm going to pull an overall energy card and remind you that I'm combining the African tarot with the tarot of the divine. So there's a combination of both. I'll be clarifying with the Crow tarot and pulling a few oracles towards the end. So I greatly appreciate your time with me now and all the ways that you support me. So Sagittarius, your overall energy is the Six of Swords. Another fire sign received the same card from the African tarot version of it. And the Six of Swords is really signaling a profound opportunity for you to move on. This is a difficult moving. This is something you've worked very hard to accomplish. This pulling yourself away from a situation where you have felt invisible, no longer seen or heard. You're moving away from what feels like a tumultuous, emotional experience, ties that are unsettled and intense, pulling at you to a place of resolution and peace. This is surrendering to the experience of these chaotic relationships or environments, and resolving to accept the lessons that you've learned from them. In your present, we have the Tower. In the past, the Seven of Swords, and in the present, in the future, the Temperance card. Wow. Okay, so my sense of the Tower card here is your absolute preparation for the moment of divine revelation, intervention, information from the universe that verifies a change in direction for you, a course correction, a moving towards the light in a way that's more efficient and effective. This is cementing the collapse of old structures in your life that have not supported you. This is also verifying your great intuition, a release and a surrender to that intuitive muscle, that memory muscle that allows you to gather information from your higher senses, your experience in many cases, but your desire for something new, to be catapulted into the new world that you are dreaming. You are moving away from a very treacherous sense, and that's reflected here to some extent, of relationships, perhaps relationships that you thought would be supportive, that you thought would be joyful in your desire to move towards happiness, and your more recent revelation, even if these are things that you've always intuited, you have had difficulty accepting that these relationships were primarily framed around envy, a lack of understanding or accepting, and a lack of desire for you to move towards success. This is a sabotaging energy that has blocked your move forward. And in many ways, you have accommodated these forces by simply turning your energy, Sagittarius, towards something more positive, a new adventure, a kind of escape behavior that has prevented you from facing these energies, from calling them out, from identifying them in your life and moving away appropriately. This is involving accepting that these people, many of them loved ones, many of them friends, that did not support you, are a part of your mission. They're a part of your lesson. They're a part of your journey. And you're holding fast, continuing, not allowing this to stop you is part of what you've learned. This is a message that has come up for Sagittarians often lately. And this is important because your natural, cheerful exterior has masked the real damage that these people have done or the real hurt that you've experienced as a result of this sabotaging behavior. You now feel up to the task. You now recognize, in recognizing your power and your potential, you're able and willing to move on. It is hard. It is difficult. But this is something that you now recognize it has served you in as much as it has helped you to see the value of your ideas and your efforts. And towards that, you are working towards a healing from this experience. This has really consumed all of your energy. There's a real heavy emotional tone here that has affected your beliefs and your understanding of your truth. You have not been willing to align yourself with your truth in the past because you were avoiding that power that you had by accommodating those that did not work to support you. That has damaged you in many, many ways, and you're recognizing and taking responsibility for the damage that you allowed yourself to stay in a variety of situations. This can be work, this can be family, this can be your efforts to be successful in any area have been blocked consistently, and you have simply walked away, believing at some level that you were the bigger person, or avoiding avoiding digging in and fighting for what it was you wanted. And so healing yourself from that has been, your attention has turned and is turning to that, accepting the changes, the fight, the power that you have, and your ability to balance out all these efforts towards a acceptance, a surrender to the tremendous gifts that you have, and a tremendous way in which the universe is preparing you, is providing for you, is guiding you towards your ultimate journey, your ultimate course, your ultimate purpose. It has required in some ways, the harshness of this truth in order for you to accept that you have not been claiming your power. You've been stepping away. In the past, the Seven of Swords is being clarified by the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Coins. The Two of Coins is coming a lot as you are looking at your former behavior, the former environment that you cultivated, you fostered, you even nursed with people who didn't support you. Your willingness to continue to engage, to ignore their behaviors of sabotage, and rewarding that with a smile, with a sense of casual indifference. And there's nothing wrong with surrendering with love, but this is different. This is you letting people hurt you and you not fighting back, you not protecting yourself, you not standing up. Instead, you are now recognizing the difference between this, the efforts of those who didn't value your ideas, who laughed at you, who didn't take you seriously, who blocked you at every way, who told lies about you, spread gossip or rumors about you. And that includes people that you thought of as friends, to where you understanding that your life already contains truly true collaborations, true team efforts, true collective efforts that don't privilege any position or opinion, but actually value the strengths of all members in order to create something of beauty and value. You already have those resources in your life. They've already been there. They may have been there for a long time, but these are the things that you have now continued to invest in. Even as you exited these situations that where your success was blocked, you've continued to invest in collective efforts, in team efforts, being a part of something, collaborating with others on terms of equity. In the present, the Tower is clarified by the Death card and the Seven of Cups. So sevens are featuring here pretty strongly. You are in the throes of a tremendous transition, Sagittarius. You're coming off of the new moon in Sagittarius, which focused this intention to release, to change many aspects of your life, if not all. And those areas that are difficult for you to change from are being supported by the universe. You're giving an external destruction of structures, relationships, events, or opportunities that haven't served you, that keep you in the same place, that keep you running in place. Those opportunities, those choices are being pulled away from you so that you actually see where your real growth, where your birth is coming from now. And because of your rebirth, your intentional rebirthing, moving away from this sabotage to collaboration, you are being offered many, many choices. It is, my sense is that there's a way in which you may be casually or reacting to a number of these choices as though they're projections from your past. These are choices that you've had before and that you believe you understand the insincerity of many of these options. You understand the way in which others want to exploit your talents, your ideas, or your energy, and you are consciously rejecting those, or you may recognize that those are distractions from the direction that you're actually intentionally moving into. This is a birth of your own passion. This is a birth of your own exploration and discovery of who you are and your rightful power in your community. In the future, the Temperance card is clarified by the Judgment card and the Lovers. Well, this reading has become very higher arcana heavy, which is beautiful because it's really reinforcing this moment of the winter solstice as a moment of a return to the light, and this light burning within you, that being your awareness, your recognition, your consciousness to be more greatly aligned with your spiritual values, your position in your community, those things that are birthed, that come about as an expression of your talents and gifts. So that commitment, you are answering that call in a big way. And you're actually recognizing that you've had these choices all along. And in fact, I could almost say for many of you, you've had opportunities to express your purpose, to be on purpose, and you've allowed others to take that away from you. You've allowed others to block you, to make it so difficult that you didn't feel willing or capable or able to fight back, to stand your ground. And that may have been the case in the past. And it may have been the case that you were wanted to make another choice, wanted to move in another direction. However, at this point, you're seeing all the ways in which you have approached your purpose, your place. And now you're understanding that you can have that now on your own terms. This feels powerful in that this rebirth comes about as out of your own desires for greater joy, for greater impact on your collective, your community, that is more authentic, that comes from a place of your own experience, your own release of those relationships that superficially celebrated you, but beneath that were looking to block your efforts at every turn. And I'm not sure what environments you have been in, but I certainly have, as a Sag rising with a few planets in Sagittarius, I recognize this pattern of being in a position of purpose and allowing others to block you from fulfilling that. And yet feeling that you have given it all up, that you've had to die, that part of you has had to die in order to now make the choices that you understand are for your long-term benefit. And this is towards building something of permanence, something of value to others, something that is a resource, an expression that is enduring, and something that will endure in your life, that isn't casual, that doesn't come and go, but that is based on who you are and your connection to your potential, your belief in your potential. And in many ways, that was what was missing in the past. The belief, the self-doubt is what sabotaged you and allowed others to get their hooks into you, to play and build on that self-doubt. This is quite a reading. I'm going to clarify with the Starry Beginnings Oracle and ask if this reading is resonating with you so far, to like this video, share it with others who may enjoy it, to comment below. I enjoy your thoughts, your experiences, your appreciations for sure, and to subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I've pulled Be Clear on what you want. Put actions to your goals. Make them a reality. And I'm also going to pull a Flora and Fauna of Africa because it's timely to honor our ancestors, to glory in the motherland, but to also recognize how our ancestors have always supported us and prepared us for our gifts, our blessings. And I pulled the Lion. You may be facing a tough challenge, but your strength will carry you through. Take control and lead with grace. And the flower associated with the Lion is the geranium, and the key word is favor. Love that. So I'm going to now clarify with the Crow Tarot, and the Two of Coins in your past is clarified by the Six of Swords and the Three of Pentacles, the Empress card. So the Six of Swords is a repeat, and this is emphasizing that you are really done with the emotional tug of war, the really bleak episodes of self-doubt, of self-sabotage by allowing others to sabotage you, by not calling out, if only to yourself, how you've been undermined. You understand that you don't need to lay blame on others, point fingers, but you do need to acknowledge that those who haven't supported you are certainly not worthy of your support. And that's something you've had difficulty doing that. And in part, that's because you are in your power. You have always recognized that you have some special power, some special grace, some special largesse that allows you to be continually abundant and creative. If these ideas haven't worked, if you failed at these, there's always new ones around the corner. You've been able to move from one perhaps obstacle or blocked position to another with ease. And that may be why it has been difficult for you to call out to yourself, to recognize, to not accommodate others who have undermined you. But that is also the precise ability that has allowed you to always maintain a sense of community and collaboration. You have always worked with others, even when you were in positions where you were responsible for creating programs or activities as part of your work. You've always worked with others. You've always been open to partnerships. This is something that you've always known about yourself, and it's something you have decried in many positions, that you are a conscious team player. It doesn't mean you're not ambitious and that you don't want to be successful, but you know that you work best when you're included as part of a group of like-minded individuals. That stimulates you, that keeps you interested. So this is a beautiful validation of your gifts and talents and things you must acknowledge you've never abandoned. Because you may not have punished others who punished you, you've never abandoned who you were. You're only now taking full responsibility for the logical outcome of your potential, of investing in your potential. In the present, the Death card is clarified by the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is clarified by the Knight of Wands. So here we are indeed having a very difficult time, as so many of us are. Both these cards, the Five of Cups and the Six of Swords, are showing up for at least the fire signs. The difficulty in letting go of things that really don't want to let go of you. Despite perhaps how you have been sabotaged, others recognize that your support, your generosity, your grace, your compassion, your celebration of power, of abundance, of the abundance of the world, the love and joy in the world are things people don't want to let go of, even if they blocked you or undermined you. And because of that, it has been especially hard for you to pull away, to name names, to call out behavior that you've withstood that has challenged your position. And this is part of how this divine illumination, this course correction that you may be experiencing, this can be moving away of former allies or people that you believed were allies. They're undermining their movement away from you. The way the universe is helping you to sever these ties and instead to pull in and invest in yourself, to connect with your higher potential, to reacquaint yourself with your power on new terms. And no matter where you are in life or when these experiences occurred, you still have every bit of power that you ever had. In fact, because you're now committed, you now believe that you can be successful, you are more powerful. And this challenge is tough. It is your strength, your belief in yourself that is going to carry you through this, nothing else. And as a result of that, you are planning your way forward. You're recognizing you have a clear field. You've cleared the landscape. You now have a blank slate on which to build and move forward procedurally. You know what steps to take to get where you want to get. There's no mystery about the path you're on now. You're familiar with this. You know what it takes. You know who to cultivate, how to cultivate a network, where your ambitions lie, what steps need to be taken in what order. Of course, it's a different landscape than when you were initially beginning this journey, but you still know how to play the game. And through these experiences, through this rebirth, you're prepared and willing to explore the landscape now. This is the adventure you're ready for. You are slow and methodical. You're not in a hurry. And that gives you additional power, right? You're not chafing at the bit. You're not jumping at every opportunity because you don't have to. You're now making choices rather than taking whatever comes your way. In the future, the Judgment card is clarified by the Devil card, and the Lovers is clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. And many of you know I love the Nine of Pentacles, and the Devil card really is about the seriousness of this path. The Devil, in this case, is bringing Saturn to me in this moment. Depending on where Saturn is in your chart, this is globally about Saturn being in Pisces. This is Saturn in the last sign. It has moved direct. And this is about the dissolving of structures, the releasing, the surrendering, the letting go, the end. So this is really putting a punctuation mark on the end of a cycle, the end of self-sabotage, the end of blaming others, the end of depression, pessimism, doubt, saying things didn't work out in the past, so they're definitely not going to work out in the present. Please forgive my neighbors who are moving furniture, apparently. Instead, you recognize that you are in a place already of stability and security, that you're in a place to invest your resources, your excess in yourself in the way that you see fit, that you have all you need to continue to cultivate your garden, to continue to grow your abundance. And this is from a place of security, that your investment in yourself, in the things that you're growing, in your goals, is only, does not undermine you. It does not take anything from you. Any investment in yourself, in those things that you're aligned with, only breeds a greater sense of abundance, creativity, and joy, independence. Independence is so important for you, Sagittarius, and this has little to do with a relationship. In fact, if you're in a relationship or approaching a relationship, which absolutely seems possible, you are bringing with you a sense of wholeness, a sense of completeness, a sense of independence, which makes you an ideal partner to work with another person so aligned towards goals that matter, towards your purpose. Perhaps it's a purpose you share. Perhaps it's a lifestyle you're cultivating of balance, of healing, of building something that is of usefulness to others. I'm finally going to pull a Language of Flowers oracle for you to finish off the reading. And let's do that. And I've pulled the Sweet Elysium. And the key word is clarity. Bright paths of understanding will open. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, for your time. Until next time, namaste.